to Scurry. Merlin to Scurry. Remember, this is a solo mission. You're going in with limited tactical gear. Any resources you need, you will have to pick up on site. We're not expecting resistance, but stay sharp. There have been reports of something prowling the area, but intel is limited. You've got 2 minutes to make this happen. No room for error. I'll be on comms if you need backup. The door you're looking for is third from the right.
Focus. One wrong decision and it's all over. Which one do I go for? Do I go the old school route or do I risk it all for the bold infused flavour? I don't have much time.
You've got 15 seconds. What's taking so long?
I really can't decide. What if I make the wrong choice?
You have to decide now.
Maybe I am playing too much Rainbow Six Siege.
Now that's a good cup of tea. Welcome back to another review. Today we're diving into a game I've admired for such a long time, but always been a little intimidated by. My big question that we're going to explore today is how accessible is Siege to new players?
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege was released on the 1st of December 2015, developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. At its core, Siege is a tactical team-based first-person shooter where players take on the role of attacker or defender in an intense, close-quarters combat. Unlike traditional shooters, this game is all about strategy, destruction, and outsmarting your opponent with unique tactics. Walls can be breached, floors can be blown open, and careful planning can mean the difference between victory or defeat. Each operator has unique gadgets and abilities, meaning teamwork is key, whether you're breaching a heavily fortified room as an attacker or setting up traps and defences as a defender. Siege requires patience, precision, and tactical thinking. Despite a rough launch, Rainbow Six Siege has become one of the most successful live service shooters with constant updates, new operators, and evolving gameplay that keeps it fresh almost a decade later. My first experience with this kind of breach and enter shooter was Vegas 2 back on the PS3. My internet connection was spotty back then, and I was using one of those old over-the-ear Bluetooth mics. It's crazy how far things have come. But when I finally jumped into Siege, I had the same worry a lot of new players do. After 10 years, am I going to get curb-stomped? The short answer, yes. But don't we all when trying a new game for the first time? Siege is a different kind of beast, and understanding its unique mechanics is key. So what makes Siege different from your typical shooters? Well, let's start with the tools it gives you to familiarise yourself with the mechanics. First, there's the shooting range, a great place to test your weapons and get comfortable with aiming and recoil. If you're new to Siege, this is an essential stop before jumping into real matches. Then you've got AI matches, which can be played on easy or expert difficulty. This is honestly one of the best features for newcomers. It lets you practice against bots and get a feel for how the matches flow without immediately getting destroyed by experienced players. Now let's talk about game modes. The main ones you'll come across are Standard. This is your classic 5v5 match. Attackers try to defuse a bomb while defenders will try to stop them. You swap sides after 3 rounds and the first team to 4 takes the match. At the start, defenders will set up to protect the site, while attackers scout with drones, planning their strategy before the action begins. Ranked, basically the same as Standard, but with a more competitive structure. Your performance determines your rank, and if both teams reach 4 wins each, you'll play up to 9 rounds. Quick Match, a faster paced version of Standard where defenders start with preset fortifications and matches are shorter with a best of 4 format. If you're looking for a casual way to play without committing to full-length matches, this is a great option. Siege also supports crossplay, meaning you can play with people on different platforms. If you're console, you can opt in to play with PC players in ranked mode, but by default crossplay is turned off for consoles. On PC, it's always active. One of the best features within Siege is match replay. You can review up to 12 of your previous matches to analyse your plays, or check if someone's acting a little too suspicious. Ubisoft isn't slowing down with the updates. On June 10th, a massive update called Siege X is dropping. This introduces Dual Front, brand new 6v6 game mode alongside other major updates like better visuals, improved audio, rappel upgrades and enhanced player protection system. Best of all, this is going to be free access, so if you've never tried Siege before, this might be the perfect time. Dual Front itself sounds like an interesting shake-up. Instead of a single objective, 2 objective points are active at all times, 1 for each team to defend. The goal is to plant a sabotage kit on the enemy's objective room while stopping them from doing the same to you. Teams will pick up a curated roster of 35 operators rotating twice per season. If you can sabotage the enemy's base first, you win, but if you're not careful, they might beat you to it. Cheating has been a long-standing issue in Siege, and one of my favourite Siege creators, Varsity Gaming, does a weekly hacker replay series on YouTube. I'll leave a link below.
They review matches sent by the community, breaking down whether a player is actually cheating or just that good. It's a fascinating watch and I highly recommend checking it out. From what I've seen and what other creators are saying, the new season anti-cheat improvements seem to be making a difference. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Have you run into many cheaters? I'm just going to take this moment to say if you're liking the video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. It means a lot and will help the channel grow. Siege is all about angles, and mastering precise movements can make or break a play. But once it clicks, it's incredibly satisfying. And speaking of satisfying, hit reg in Siege feels really solid. If you land your shots, you're going to do damage, and headshots are especially lethal. If you can master aiming for the head, you'll have a much easier time winning your duels. At heart, Siege is all about tactical playstyles, like planting the diffuser, similar to Search and Destroy in other games, or rescuing hostages. The game has evolved a lot over the years, and there are now 74 playable operators split between attackers and defenders. Each operator has their own unique gadgets and playstyles, and they're categorized into 12 different specialities to help new players understand their roles. As a newcomer, you'll need to unlock operators through newcomer challenges, also known as beginner challenges. These challenges task the player with completing objectives, teaching you how to effectively play the game, while new operators can be unlocked using renown or R6 credits. Operators can get more expensive the newer they are, but if you grind, you can earn them without spending money. So far, my personal favourites are IQ and Capcan. There's nothing like catching an enemy with a Capcan trap. Siege has 26 maps, though the rotation varies slightly each season. One of the biggest hurdles for new player is learning map layouts and callouts. If you're just starting out, the ping feature is your best friend. Use it instead of worrying about memorising each map right away. Now, let's talk about sound design. It's phenomenal. Footstep, gunfire, and gadgets all have distinct sounds, and if you're paying attention, you can hear which direction enemies are pushing from. Good audio cues can mean the difference between life and death in Siege, and it's one of my favourite things about the game. So, is Siege worth playing in 2025? Yes, but honestly, it would depend on how much patience you have. The biggest challenge for newcomers will be learning the maps and finding those acute angles. The number of operators can be overwhelming at first, so I recommend completing the newcomer challenges to find operators that fit your playstyle. If you stick with it, Siege has some of the most rewarding tactical gameplay out there. If you're already a Siege player, what's your experience been like with the game recently? Or if you're new and going to try it, let me know how you get on in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in this review, please check out my previous video on PUBG by clicking the video on your screen now.